What just happened? What just happened? United 2, City 1 at the Etihad. That was one of the best performances we've had post-Fergie. That 30-minute period in that first half was probably the best 30 minutes post-Fergie. The attacking, counter-attacking football against City on their patch was absolutely sensational. And in the space of 4 days, United had a home game against Spurs and an away game against City. And nobody expected, really, United to get points from either game. Instead, we've not just beaten Spurs and City, we destroyed them. That was sensational. And as good as that 30-minute attacking spell in the first half was, it was actually the defensive display. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka, wow, what a man of the match performance. But every man put in an absolute shift today against City. I'm speechless. I'm genuinely speechless. Roy Keane said it was a proper United performance, and it's a bit of a cliche thing to say, but he was right. That was just proper United, hitting quick and fast and clinically on the counter-attack, and City had no response. And this is City. 2-time Premier League champions in a row, under Guardiola, and we've gone and torn them apart. It wasn't just a smash and grab performance. It was complete control. Even when, for the last 60 minutes, not last 60 minutes, but the majority of the last 60 minutes when City were on top, our defenders were in the right place at the right time at every single turn. And every man put in a performance. There wasn't one weak link in that team. It was a proper team performance. That's what I would call that game. Marcus Rashford, wow. So calm with that penalty. And after missing a couple this season, he gave us the impetus to keep going forward. And that 1-0, I was worried because it's City. But then Martial made it 2-0, and it could have been 3 or 4-0. Dan James had chances, Lingard had chances. But to go and do that against City on their turf, that's a massive, massive turning point for Solskjaer. Surely you have to agree on that one. To go and do that against Spurs and Mourinho and City and Guardiola in the space of 4 days is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And Solskjaer, I said it going into December, that December was a time where Solskjaer could define his United career as a manager, basically, because it was, if we went through December, we had the wrong sorts of performances against Spurs and against City, then you could have seen United replacing him with Poch when January comes around. And this isn't a short-term reaction to an individual performance, but I saw a complete team out there of players that were playing for their manager and playing way above themselves, because that squad, compared to City's, is absolutely horrendous. But Fred, again today in midfield, fantastic. Maguire, that was probably the biggest leadership performance I've seen from him at centre-back. A real shame that we actually conceded from a set piece after all that good defending. But ultimately it didn't prove costly because we won 2-1. But every man, Lindelof, even Shaw was good. McTominay, he was outshone by Fred in that game. But again, good. Lingard, even he played well. Our front three, hitting fast and hard on the counter-attack. Dan James, man, he played very well, even if his end product wasn't quite there. I just cannot believe what I've seen. I really, really cannot believe that. Look, sometimes you can get performances against big rivals and against big teams, but that wasn't just a performance. It was a complete team performance. For the 30 minutes that the attack dominated, then the 60 minutes that the defence stayed solid. From front to back, every man there should be proud of that performance. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will say exactly that in his post-match reaction. But if these games really were to show whether or not Solskjaer is the right manager for United at the moment to help continue this rebuild that is happening, because we're fucking far away from City and winning the league 2 years in a row. And we're far away from Liverpool, who are going to win their first Premier League. And I don't even give a shit that game today helps Liverpool. That's not our priority anymore. Our priority has never been Liverpool. Our priority has to be United. And today we played like United. It was like 2008 counter-attacking football. It was so good. And United were good for the 3 points. It was a horrendous last 5 minutes to watch. But what a game. City fans should be embarrassed for throwing lighters at Fred. Not embarrassed, something has to happen. And I think there was a fan with racist... City fans humiliated themselves tonight. United humiliated City on their own patch. What a performance that was. Who was your man of the match? For me, it has to be Wan-Bissaka. I lost count of the amount of times that he blocked or intercepted or cleared. And up against Sterling, one of the best players in the Premier League. Be proud of that performance. And every United player should be proud. What a game. Nobody expected that. Some hopeful fans would have hoped for a win, but to have beaten City in the manner that we did on their turf, sensational. What a win and what a week it has been for United and Solskjaer.